some water, Alan.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. You just can't always hear the doorbell when you're upstairs.
Boy, that's some security system. It is so loud. You know, you've really got to try to be more cautious, Heather.
Well, that's why I got the security system in the first place.
I've got to tell you, it really was a wise move on your part. Oh, and by the way, I showed the letter that you got to Scorpio.
You did? What did he say?
Well, he couldn't really be very, very helpful because the envelope that the note came in was kind of from a junk pile, so he couldn't tell from where it came or who sent it.
Oh, that's too bad. I mean, I'd feel a lot safer if I knew who actually sent that.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I just feel so vulnerable here with Jason, the two of us here alone at night.
I can imagine.
I tried to hide my fear from him, but I'm afraid he's picking up on it.
He's all right, isn't he?
Yes, of course. He sleeps a little fitfully some nights, but then both of us do. He just senses my moods so well.
God, I just hate the idea of him being frightened like that. It kills me.
I feel the same way. It breaks my heart.
I just wish that there was something that I can do. You know, I had thought about... I do have this, you know, this idea.
What?
Look. There is this gatehouse on our property. It isn't really that close to the house, but it's nearby enough that if you or Jason needed me, I mean, I would be right there.
Well, I don't know, Alan. I hate to disrupt him. I mean, this is the only home Jason's ever known, and we love it here.
I understand that, but I mean, it would just be temporarily, just until this scare blows over.
I'll have to think about it. Would you like to stay for dinner?
Oh, no, I've got to get back. Monica is going to kill me. I am so late now. We're going to the opening of the casino.
Well, all right. I'm sorry to keep you. Have a good evening.
I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do that. I am so worried about the two of you, really.
Look, don't worry about us. Jason and I will be fine.
Yes, I'm sure you will be. Look, please do me a favor. Just think about my idea about the gatehouse, will you, please?
I will.
Thanks.
Good night.
Good night.
Great. I'll be right over.
Yes, it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. You wouldn't have believed it. I would have sworn it was a woman, and, well, until she walked by.
I need to see you right away.
Business or pleasure?
I've just received a rather important message over the computer.
WSB?
Yes, and it's urgent.
Is Gerald all right?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he's sitting in my living room right now.
That means it's got to be the disc.
Deduction always was your strong suit, Constance.
Look, have they got it?
Well, I can't go into details now. We're under the gun time-wise. Now, you meet me at Gerald's lab immediately.
Oh, I agreed to have dinner with Luke and Brock before heading over to the casino. Now, I'm expected there at 9.
Look, you get out at dinner. You'll still have plenty of time to get to the casino by 9.
Okay, leave it to me.
Look, I'm sorry about all of that, but I have to go out right now. Why don't you two go on ahead?
Well, if you won't be long, why don't we refresh our drinks and wait here?
Why not, indeed? It's so comfortable. Of course, the company's so charming.
And fascinating. Dr. Gerald is keeping me enthralled with stories about his wondrous invention.
She's just too polite to say how boring I'm being.
Not at all. Your disc is going to be vital to the free world. Why, without it, the exposition would just be another fair. Don't you think so, Look?
Yeah, of course. Look, I better get going. I'll get back here as soon as I can.
even changed yet.
I know. I'm just going upstairs to change now.
Alan!
Monica, please, I'm going to be late. I've got...
Alan, where have you been?
I went to the cottage.
You went to the cottage.
There isn't a law against it, Monica, you know.
There would be if I had anything to say about it.
Well, fortunately, you don't, Monica, and I have been trying desperately to make you understand how worried I am.
Alan, I thought you were perfectly comfortable with the way things were with Heather.
Well, I'm not comfortable, Monica, at all. I mean, this whole kidnapping thing has upset me
Oh, for
terribly.
heaven's sakes. Just because you got something in the mail about a kidnapping doesn't mean it's going to happen.
What if it does?
What if it does?
There is an echo in here. Monica, what happens if the child gets kidnapped?
I throw a party.
Wonderful. I am telling you to be serious, Monica. I mean, really. If that kid gets taken away, someone's going to extort the most exorbitant sum of money. We're the richest family in Port Charles, and the Quartermains are going to have to pay.
Not necessarily.
I don't believe your attitude.
And we don't have time to talk about it, Alan. You have to change it. We're going to be late.
Okay,
Come on.
Okay, listen, just give me one more second. I would feel so much better, Monica, if Jason was sort of safe. So just listen to this. It just came into my head. You know the gatehouse on our property that's been empty?
Wait a minute. Don't go any further. If you're going to say what I think you're going to say, the answer is unequivocally, absolutely, definitely, and sincerely no.
But Jason and Heather would only be there temporarily.
You promised me, and you swore to me that child was not coming into this house.
He won't be in the house. He'll just kind of be adjacent to the house.
Alan, I mean it. This is the last warning I'm going to give you.
Monica, please, please listen to me. I don't want you to make a sudden, rash decision about anything like this. I know you're a very fair woman. Just think about it.
I am not going to think about
I'm going to
anything.
be late, Monica. You're going to make me late. I told you that before.
Alan!
No tampering with the security system.
So far.
And everything seems to be in order.
And that remains to be seen.
Our skepticism is showing.
I have every right to be skeptical.
You really think they're going to make a move now, don't you?
Look, the DVX wouldn't have sent a courier unless they felt the mall had something for them.
Okay, there's the safe. Let's see if the disc is in place. God, I can't believe there's all this commotion over something so small.
Precisely the reason there is so much commotion. Well, there it is.
Okay. Go ahead, open it.
Oh, no.
That's not possible.
You told me. You told me this security system was impenetrable.
Look, let's just deal with the present situation, all right?
Yeah.
We don't know that it's been stolen.
See for yourself.
All right, maybe Gerald moved it.
What for?
How the hell would I know? I just think that we better make sure it's missing before we go running all over town looking for it.
What would you like me to do? Go back and ask him? The last thing I need on my hands at this point is an hysterical scientist.
That's very funny.
All right. Let's think this through. Gerald was here a few hours ago, right?
True. So that means if it was stolen, it had to have been done in the last hour or so.
Obviously, the mole isn't delivering it to the DVX. Otherwise, they wouldn't be sending a courier.
And since he just arrived, there hasn't been enough time yet for him to pass it off.
Let's hope so. Bert?
Yes, Robert?
Has our man arrived yet?
Just landed. His plane was delayed.
Have you spotted him?
Sure, he's just leaving the airport. Our surveillance unit is following him at a safe distance.
Good. Just make sure they keep him in sight for every second.
Don't worry, they will.
Keep me posted.
Okay. Now what do we do?
Well, best to keep things around here looking as normal as possible.
All right, then I'm going to go ahead and go get ready to head over to the casino.
And I will go back to the house and see what I can learn from Gerald.
What about the courier?
Well, Ramsey and his men will keep him in sight.
They better. Because whoever has that disc is going to have to pass it off to that guy.
Too true. This is our one and only chance to close in on him.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
How's Paul?
He's fine. Okay, Paul. I'm right here. And so is Dr. Putnam. Okay?
Well, son, that just about does it. I didn't hurt you now, did I?
We told you you might be a little sleepy from the shock, yes?
Yeah. That's all right. You did drift off for a few minutes, though.
You okay? Oh, good. Oh.
Come in.
Am I early?
Mrs. Talbot, no, you're right on time.
We
Just finished up.
had to give Paul a mild sedative, and it might make him groggy for a few hours, but he's fine. Was something wrong?
No.
No, it's nothing at all to be concerned about. It's just that sometimes these probes can be a little bit uncomfortable. No cause for alarm.
Is he all right?
Yes.
He's fine. The knee is mending beautifully. What did he say?
He's glad about that, and so am I.
So are we.
Can we go now? You certainly can.
I hope that it hasn't been too much trouble for you, too inconvenient to come at this hour. We're very much appreciative. I
I'm
also
just
hope that the
relieved
two of you will have quite a vacation now.
Thank you. I'm just relieved that Paul's doing so well.
He's fine. Just keep up the therapy.
All right? He's going to be 100% in no time. Okay? Come on. Let's get you dressed and go camping.
Thanks again. Take
Thank
care,
you.
son. Mm-hmm.
Tell him not to jog.
All right. Let's see it.
Everything went like clockwork.
At last.
Now, I've got to get to the hotel and pick up Celia.
All right, now that we've got it, you must ensure it remain in your hands. Don't let anything happen to that grant.
Yes, at least until I get to the casino and pass it on to the courier. Then, our mission will be complete.
We've done it! We have really done it!
Yes!
I'm sorry that took so long.
Well, we've hardly noticed. Time's flown by, hasn't it, my dear?
Thanks to you, I've been fascinated by this disc of yours.
You're too kind.
No, not at all. I'm really interested in it. Professor has been explaining about the Prometheus disc to me.
Oh.
It all sounded so complicated in the newspaper, but the professor managed to explain it so simply that even I could understand.
Nonsense. You're a very bright young lady.
Well, you must be relieved that the disc is completed.
Yes, I am. And a little sad.
Oh, you shouldn't be sad. You should be so proud. You're making such an enormous contribution to the world.
It's just difficult letting go.
Yes, I imagine it's like sending your child out into the world.
Precisely. I suppose I'm experiencing what psychologists call the empty nest syndrome.
At least the disc is in its safe place, though, isn't it?
Oh, yes. I haven't forgotten our security talks. The disc is where I always leave it, in a locked drawer in the lab, until tomorrow, when the WSB picks it up for delivery to Washington.
Well, should we be leaving for the casino? Or...
1 minute. I have one more call to make. I won't be very long.
WSB. Yes, Commissioner Scorpio.
Get me Ballantyne.
He's not in, sir.
Then you better find him. I have a top priority message to deliver. One I'm afraid he is not going to like.
Hello.
There you are.
Sorry I'm late. My patient took a little longer than I expected.
I'm just glad you're here now.
How are you feeling? Better?
Oh, much, yes.
Good.
I took my doctor's advice and took a little nap.
What did I tell you? I knew that's all you needed.
You're so very smart. Why don't I
course
listen
I
to
am.
you all the time?
Well, if you listened to me, you wouldn't be the woman I love.
True.
You know something? I'm starving. Why don't we go get a bite to eat, and then we'll hurry over to the casino. We still have time.
Wait. Don't you think you should at least change your jacket first?
No. This is fine.
But you've been wearing it all day long.
No, I haven't, Celia. I changed into a lab coat at work. You know that.
Well, obviously, you skipped that at one point.
What?
You have a stain on your sleeve.
It's nothing.
Up and coming young doctor like
Celia.
yourself must make a good impression. Now, off with it and get into another one.
Fine. I'll hang it up.
No. I'll take it. I'll leave it here for the hotel cleaners. Now, you go ahead and pick out another jacket. I think you better also get another tie.
I knew it. I knew it. First the jacket, then the tie, then you're gonna want me to be changing. What are you doing?
This is odd. What is it?